What's going on, guys? My name is Yellow S2K and I'm playing some MX versus ATV Reflex, and this is another custom track review. We are at Seving MX by Matt428. He's made some pretty cool tracks recently, and this is no exception. It's very, very rough, which I've been asking for quite some time for somebody to make a track that was just brutal. And I think this is it. I have some issues, but really when it comes down to it, it's a great one. There were some track creators in the comments over at Reflex Central that said there were some little issues with stuff. But I don't care at all. Maybe it's stuff that I'm just ignorant to and I just don't understand or don't know. But when it comes down to it, I don't care. This is a really cool track. I think it does a lot of things right. There's a few things that I'd like to be a little bit different, but we'll get into that a little later. You can see there's a few jumps on corners and stuff like that that you could really screw up on, and it's mainly just because it's so rough. I mean, look at this. This is brutal. And I just tried to make a review of this, and I was not happy with the riding at all. So I needed to take a step back. You can see, look at it just kind of popping you out there. That kind of shit can happen very easily on this track. And that's really the beauty of it. I think if you're really going to be quick on this track, like if you're going to do like a 5-lap race with some quick guys, what you're really going to need to do is get into a rhythm. And just like any track, think of like Southwick or something like that. In the days where it was just so rough and shit. You can see it can just take advantage of you very, very quickly. So I think what it's going to be all about, I guess the best way I can equate it to a lot of people that aren't able to play custom tracks would be it's like the sand stock nationals tracks on Reflex. Sometimes to go properly quick on those, you really have to be patient and pick your way through them. And then overall, really, it makes a big difference. And that's how this track is. Again, I really enjoy this track. I think it has a lot of good qualities. Maybe there's some technical stuff that's not helping it that much, but I would have to say, you know, the texture isn't the most exciting thing. The orange around the outside is interesting. But, you know, if it's going to be a deep, hardcore sand track, then he's going to have it all look sandy. So I don't know what you would change there, but it is what it is. That's just a nitpick. But the jumps and stuff, it's definitely just like a basic track when you really break down. If the bumps and everything weren't everywhere, it would be a crappy track. But really, with the bumps and stuff, I think how simple the jumps are, and even like the little bumps around this corner, I think it actually works really well. It is a nitpick because it would be cool to see something a little bit more unique as far as some of the obstacles go. But I think it actually works really well with this track. So it's just some random thoughts of mine. But again, it's a solid track. You can see I'm kind of going a little slow through some stuff. I could definitely pick up the pace if I'm trying to put in like a heater. But again, as far as consistency goes, I think it's the way to go is to kind of be smooth, pick your way around. There are some lines that I've actually in the past or in the previous little couple laps I've done not had a problem with and haven't hit here. So it's just one of those things where consistency is going to be a difficult thing. But either way, I think you can see it's very simple, and maybe on YouTube it doesn't quite come across because it probably looks like, what the fuck, why aren't you going faster? And I get that, you know. But on this track, again, it's a little bit more rough than it probably even looks. A couple different lines there. You can actually jump over it, or you can see I'm kind of failing to jump over that section. Worst explanation ever, but yeah, there are some little options, but for the most part, it's just blasting. There's a couple hidden little berms. This isn't. Oh yeah, you can see. You can actually see right here. There's like this little berm on the inside. I don't know if you want to call it a berm or not, but there are some little lines that you can choose from that really, if you're going to be smooth and pick through things, you can probably hit some of those ruts or berms and get around quite quickly. I like that double. That's a really fun one. This section is a lot of fun too. It's just all the little almost rollers through there. Skipping through, pretty simple table, but this corner can really catch you out. Usually just roll that. Having trouble launching up onto there. I think I'm taking a different line than what I have been. But you can see I'm hopping around quite a bit. So really, to throw in a proper lap, you really have to kind of have a couple lines picked out that you like a little bit better, especially for some of the strange corners, you know, kind of like decreasing radius corners that are ones that I think you're really going to have to pick your line through and know when you want to kind of be patient and then get on the throttle a little bit later than you normally would in most corners. Let's roll this here if you had to come to the inside. There's not really an option. Yeah, you just have to launch up that hill. Alright, so I'm going to try to pick up the pace and see if, hopefully it'll tell you one thing. Oh, another nitpick there. That finish line is in a goofy spot. You saw the flag come up over there. Yeah, kind of goofy. Again, a couple different lines through there, and unfortunately I don't think I was able to hit the one I wanted. But I'm going to go as fast as I can, and hopefully it'll either show you a good lap or it'll show you what happens if you try to push too hard on a rough track like this. See, just hopping all over the place. A little bit of a cheater line, avoiding some of the rough stuff on the outside. Staying pinned, launching. That was a really cool line there. Back end came out, and now I don't hit clear this double. A little bit of a corner cut there. Just try to launch into this. You can stay. I'm staying a little bit. I'm staying a little bit more on the throttle, more consistently now. Back end out. That was a silly. Not really the track's problem there. That was just a stupid mistake on my part. So you can see there's potential to really pick up the pace, but you can obviously make quite a few mistakes trying to push this hard. That corner has actually been pretty difficult. It's a fun little launch. Let's see if we can have a good line through here. There we go. I'm going to go a little bit wide. Again, launching up. You can't triple that thing. Alright. So I think this is going a little bit better than my first couple laps, but you can see the potential for such a disaster to happen. But anyway, you can see just rough track, and that's really what I've been asking for. I'd like to see some other stuff like this, really rough tracks, and maybe just a couple things changed, you know. I think rough stuff in Reflex is a lot of fun, no doubt, and I think this track is heading in the right direction. Matt428 making some awesome tracks. Make sure you let him know that you dig his tracks, and if you hate this one, so be it. Hopefully you like the other ones, and if you don't, you're a moron. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Until next time, I will talk to you later. Peace out.